Bright lights sitting on to set my soul on fire. Welcome to Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world and home to the running rebels of UNLV. Today, a couple of squads here to square off in a Big 12 showdown. As we'll see, the winners of 5 straight, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on the winners of 8 straight, the UNLV Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Rebels will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Gets it all the way out to the 42. What a nice job on that return. Offense set on first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, he puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Johnson looking to throw. Quarterback extends the play. Still on his feet at the 45. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Commodores want to crank the tempo.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. They're intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. Past the 20. The 10. Touchdown, Rebels. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Little touch pass to the receiver. They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. 1st down.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Johnson wants to throw it. Going for the big play. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages. Because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Catch in the middle, it's Dillon. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Commodores want to move quickly. Looking to throw it again. Buys a little extra time. He's going to take off. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. They're getting this guy lathered up. And the ball's loose. Scoops it up, still a live ball. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Second down after the offense recovered its own fumble. On the ground with the counter. They get him stopped after he picked up a 5 to the 28.
The counter play is a great play to mix in with your base concepts. Obviously, everybody flies to the football, bang. Now you pull a guy, you go backside, give him a little counter, keep the defense off balance.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
They decided to go for it. They decided to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
Fires to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. They'll try to run for it, and the Rebels get it past the sticks.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. The Rebels are on the move. Now on the option. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, they're going to run to the...
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Coming after him. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. The official says no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
UNLV 7, Vanderbilt 0.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down, 4th down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Johnson looking to throw. He just got rid of the football. Not sure what he was doing, and they're going to get him for grounded. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And on that 3rd down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up 4th.
They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Still running at the 40. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. They're moving quickly after that big 4th down conversion. Clock will roll when the ball is set. They'll throw it on 1st down. Going deep. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. There's the better play there by the defense.
After the misfire, it's 2nd down. With jet sweep pass. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Now on 2nd down. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They might need a telescope to find the 1st down marker, but they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Working that left side now. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. The Rebels will hustle to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Still in the pocket and fires over the middle. Oh, picked off. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And he had tons of time to throw that pass. You know, coming into tonight, this offense knew they had to give their quarterback time to be able to survey the field. They did it right there, just made a poor decision through an INT.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Buys a little time. He'll pull it down and run. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on 2nd and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy 1st down.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He's going to pass. Hit as he throws. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
0.
The Commodores will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the 2nd half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the 2nd half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. 2nd down coming up. Quarterback checking off. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field. They'll leave it with him. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, UNLV!
This is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Western Michigan was far from the friendly confines of Kalamazoo, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground with the running back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Johnson wants to throw it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping them. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good, and then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this league, Dan, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Running through contact. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
1st and 10, the whole menu open. You can run the football. You can do whatever you want. You can tell they call a pass. He does a really good job in the pocket, just being a great athlete. Scramble outside, go get another first down, 1st and 10 again.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Touch pass on the run. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. DB's right up on the receivers. touch pass on the jet sweep. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. And the Commodores racing to the line in the hurry-up. The inside handoff. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Johnson looking to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And this is a no-brainer. It's 4th down. We're down multiple possessions. We got to make this happen. We got to get the first down. We can't be worried about the clock. Then we got to go fast, work the sidelines to the best of our advantage to save as much clock so we can get multiple scores.
He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. Poor starting field position here for this offense. The give as they work on that clock. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Quickly complete. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Really good job by the defense. Seeing the running back. Don't let that dude who's super fast, elusive, catch the ball in space. Nice job staying glued to him. As soon as he caught that puppy, he got drilled.
Got it. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Let's go. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out of the pocket. Makes the grab. It's Thompson. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down in inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward. Play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now they got to get a stop. And if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
And the Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. The option look. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
At some point, enough is enough. This is the guy that's beating me. He's priority number 1. We got to go get him. It's getting later in the second half. I got to go out and make some plays and get my offense the ball back.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Offense facing fourth down.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On second down, he'll fire. Throws to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. This was hardly an option.